Dawn is one of the best times to go topside. The lighting is always immaculate, which always offers great opportunities for photos and videos. In order to be safe on the flight deck as a photographer, you have to get qualified just like everyone else on the flight deck. You have to know the rules, the do's and don'ts, where to go and where not to go. You also have to make sure to communicate. Communication is key, so you can get your shot and then get back to a safer area.
Hey guys, Dougie Fearless here. Real quick, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you again at the end of this video. Thanks guys.
The flight deck of an aircraft carrier is one of the most volatile, high-intensity, and energetic environments that you can work in as a content producer anywhere in the world. While we're on deck, we always try to immerse ourselves in the action, and during a vertical replenishment, that's exactly what we do. It can be a bit windy and sometimes hard to keep your camera steady. I'm Mass Communication Specialist Second Class August Clausen, and I'm a flight deck photographer. Dawn is one of the best times to go topside. The lighting is always immaculate, which always offers great opportunities for photos and videos. In order to be safe on the flight deck as a photographer, you have to get qualified just like everyone else on the flight deck. You have to know the rules, the do's and don'ts, where to go and where not to go. You also have to make sure to communicate. Communication is key, so you can get your shot and then get back to a safer area. If you're a mass communication specialist in the Navy and you get stationed on a carrier, you get to do graphics, magazines, cover photos, make videos, and you also have the opportunity to be a flight deck photographer. We support the Navy's public affairs mission by covering distinguished visitor operations. We're on the flight deck taking photos of the aircraft that the DVs come in on. We also take the classic rainbow side boys photo. It's up to us to show the public how the U.S. Navy works with other nations. During exercises with other countries, we have a lot of moving parts going on. We have photographers on the flight deck. We also have our aircrew MCs up in the skies, communicating with the pilots to make sure that they get the shot. In the end, our job is to tell the story of what happens on the flight deck. The photos and videos that we take will be around to tell the Navy story forever.
All move crews. Hangar Bay 2 on the run. EO, man up base 2.
These two, 212 and 311 are gonna go up. All right, after that, what we'll do is we'll back through and 5 up. We should be able to slip through no problem, center line then. You got it? All right, let's go, let's go. Get out there. The hangar deck is a unique environment for Navies to work in. With the amount of space we have to be very precise and meticulous with the aircraft because of how large they are. The yellow shirts on the hangar deck are the directors. They're in charge of all movement on the hangar deck. Both blue and yellow shirts are in charge of driving spot and dollies on the hangar deck. I'm ABH Gish. I'm Big Deck VO in the hangar deck.
All right, we got power, let's go!
So what we do, we move aircraft tight spaces. We're overall in charge of all maintenance evolutions, as well as all elevator operations on the hangar deck. So moving aircraft, it takes a lot of understanding how dollies move and how the aircraft shifts. We have to be super careful when moving aircraft back onto the ace. If we push it too far back, there's a small chance we might end up sending that aircraft over. When it drops down off the elevator, pull it into the spot, and we have to decide, all right, if it's got to be maintenance or if it's mission-oriented stuff. Once we figure that out, we'll take where it goes and meticulously, slowly get it into its final spot, i.e. with small movements, right in bulkhead, and just getting into final spot.
I'm mic'd up. It's like the NFL Combine, you know? Where they're on the sideline and they're like dancing. Hey, what's up, brother? What's up, brother?
What makes this evolution so dangerous is these pilots have never landed on an aircraft carrier before. They're brand new, and small aircraft coming out to an aircraft carrier in the middle of the ocean.
Growing up in Queens, New York, being first-generation American was a challenge in itself. And what made me fall in love with aviation in general, to follow in suit of naval aviation, was stepping foot on a plane for the first time, going to Brazil. And then, not even 3 weeks later, I was at my first air show, and I saw the Blue Angels for the first time. And right then and there, I asked my mother, and I still remember this day, is that really someone flying in there? And my mother said yes. And at that moment, my goal was set to become a naval aviator one way or another. Landing on the aircraft carrier for the first time was an experience in its own.
The importance of getting pilots qualified on an aircraft carrier is to maintain our air superiority at sea. We're one of the only countries that have aircraft carriers and operate aviation at sea. We got to maintain that.
From dreaming as a little boy, playing with a small aircraft carrier, to actually rolling out on centerline and about to land it for the first time, it was exhilarating. As soon as I turned in and was rolling out into the groove, did my ball call.
139, stop on pause, 24, Tango 3.
And then at that moment, everything that we've been training up to this point was real.
Roger, ball, cha-ching.
Once landed, I didn't know what was going on at first because I was in awe, but ultimately my training kicked in, and at that moment, that's when I knew that I had 9 other arrested landings to go in order to get my wings of gold.
Hey guys, Dougie Fearless here. Real quick, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you again at the end of this video. Thanks guys.
I think Air Department has grown tremendously. If you look back at the short history, we came from RCOH, nothing worked on this ship. We came out, we certified the flight tech, and now we're training squadrons and new pilots to land on aircraft carrier in a matter of 2 months. I think that's outstanding.
After the first time, I had to go get gas because it's a standard of a student. Once you come from the beach, you get gas and make sure you're nice and heavy and you got enough gas to keep practicing around. But then, at that moment, all the training just started kicking in. Its looks, smells, and feels was the same. Just running your numbers, turning over the wake, making sure you're lined up on centerline and calling the ball. To me, all I can say is just imagine as if someone punched you in the chest and they kept pushing you and making you lose your breath the entire time. This is a possibility for anybody. from whatever race, background, religious belief that you are. Anything you set your mind to and you put your heart to and combine those two plus being an American, there's nothing quite like it. I know. I just know that my mother's gonna see this. That's why.
She's gonna love it. She's gonna love it.
Yeah.
We do pre-flight checks on the catapult and arresting gear equipment to ensure that everything is functioning properly for aircraft to safely land on board carrier. My name is Lieutenant Tony Longoria. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I am a catapult and arresting gear officer, also known as a shooter on board the USS George Washington. The watch stations we stand as a shooter is arresting gear officer. We're in charge of aircraft landing on the aircraft carrier, in charge of the arresting gear. We are bow catapult officers launching off the bow of the carrier, and waist catapult officers launching off of the waist. Flight deck on board an aircraft carrier is already one of the most dangerous places in the world. And once you add nighttime flying to that, it becomes extremely dangerous. So there's many safety precautions that we have to follow. All the signals are given by light wands. One of the greatest things about being a shooter on board this ship is launching aircraft off the front of the aircraft carrier. Anytime they send aircraft to the catapults, they send them, we shoot them.
I am Senior Chief Ashton Hemphill, and my job is Aviation Bosun Main Handler. I've been in ABH for 16 years today, actually. In ABH, we launch and recover airplanes. We're the police of the flight deck, so anything that happens on the flight deck has to go through a yellow shirt. The way we communicate on the flight deck is we use hand signals. And we also have radios. We basically have our own language, and that's how we talk to people. Sometimes the pilots have to read our lips. Sometimes we have a hand signal where we're talking to somebody all the way forward to all the way back aft, and that's how we communicate. My favorite part of the job, we've been on flight deck for 16 hours, and we all come together after being sweaty and tired, and we're just all together, and we're just hanging out and kind of chopping it up, talking about the day, talking about our mistakes that we made, and holding each other accountable for the things that we didn't do the best that day so we can do better tomorrow.
So I supervise the recovery of aircrafts, making sure tail hooks don't skip the wires. My guys run out, check wire supports, check actual CDPs itself. We swap out CDPs on the flight deck, also known as cross-deck pendants. Every 125 traps, we go ahead and strip the wire and string a new one. Pretty much just being a safety overall for airplanes to safely catch. I'm Jaden Thompson, ABE2, also known as Gear Topside. My favorite part of being an ABE is the crew I have. Always keep me on my toes, it's always something new. We just have a really good vibe together.
Hi, my name is AB2 Coates. I'm the central charging panel operator in the V2 division. My job during flight operations is to monitor all these gauges, the hydraulics, the air, the steam to ensure smooth flight operations, ensure aircraft leave the deck. All the stations that we have we have the arresting gear, we have VLA, we have the catapults, both bow and waist, and we also have maintenance support.
I'm AB3 Washington. I'm topside petty officer for all the catapults. The purpose of doing pre-flight as a topside petty officer, I have to walk my track, make sure there's no fodder in the track, make sure I have all my personnel on deck, like my bow safety, JBD yacht, wakeboard, JBD safety, hold back, make sure they have gear on deck, make sure everything is straight before we have a jet approach the track. Launch the bird off the flight deck. I make sure the launch bar gets into the NGL properly, make sure the plane checkers check the plane so it's ready for flight. Once they get down, I put the launch bar in the throat of the spreader, make sure I have a clear deck. And after everything is good to go, I head it off to the safety observer and then it launches.
All right, yeah. My bad. All right, run it again. Cut.
Flight 2. Super duper mega fly. So should I go to 3? Yeah, except for 3.
I work in flight deck control, the hub of the flight deck and hangar bay. The purpose of flight deck control in my job is to ensure that my guys are operating safely on the flight deck. From my yellow shirts, blue shirts, purple shirts, and red shirts. The people that work with me in flight deck control are my elevator operators, my squadron reps, my fuels representative, and my weapons EOD.
107 on deck. 107 on deck, aye.
My elevator operators control the Ouija board on the flight deck and the hangar bay, and also control AdMax station. And on top of that, they run all 4 elevators on the flight deck.
Aircraft 107, airborne. Copy.
My field representatives are feeding me information to ensure aircrafts are getting fuel. You know, my favorite part of the flight deck is to ensure we bring people together. Bringing them all together, building that team makes us a great team on the flight deck and in the hangar bay.
On the flight deck, we are the light.
My name is AVH2 Justin Shepard, and I'm the Crash and Salvage Outpost.
It's been a long day. It's been a long week. It's been a long 2 weeks. But what we do is life and death. Our job is to go out and save lives. So everybody up. Repeat after me. On the darkest day.
On the darkest day.
We are the light.
We are the light.
On the darkest day.
On the darkest day.
We are the light.
We are the light.
I said on the darkest day on the flight deck. We are the light.
My name is ABH2 Justin Shepard, and I'm the Crash and Salvage Outpo. Phase 2 is a salvage operation that we utilize to remove a partially mobile aircraft out of the LA. We do so by using a forklift and a finger boom attached to that forklift, and we'll pick the aircraft up, put one of our dollies underneath the wheel to replace that wheel, and then we will tie the aircraft to that dolly and then tow the aircraft out of the LA.
Hey guys, Dougie Fearless here. Real quick, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you again at the end of this video. Thanks guys.
There's 25 of us, and we're the only ones qualified to run into a fire up here and rescue that pilot. At the end of the day, there's no one else coming. It's just us. We have to put that fire out. We have to rescue that pilot, and we have to get the flight deck ready for further operations.
A Phase 3 flight deck drill is when we utilize the crash train to pick up an aircraft and get it out of the LA.
Flight deck, what is your profession?
Brief synopsis of a Phase 3 aircraft crashes. It comes in, we secure it to the deck, we commence overhaul. Overhaul entails just checking the aircraft for any hot spots. We use a thermal imaging camera, check and make sure there's no flames or anything anywhere else on the aircraft. Once the fire is out, we bring the CVCC, also known as the Tilly. We line it up with the rig crew on top of the aircraft. We pick it up, and the goal is to get out of LA within 12 minutes so we can get all the other aircraft back on deck.
What are you saying?
Just talking about stuff, dude. Why Crash is so great.
Why Crash is more than just great.
They said don't be scared, because if you're scared on the flight deck, you shouldn't be on the flight deck. So I wasn't scared. Going up on the flight deck for the first time is nerve-wracking. They said don't be scared, because if you're scared on the flight deck, you shouldn't be on the flight deck. So I wasn't scared. While they're in training, aircraft handlers wear a distinct T on their helmet, which designates them as T-heads. Before the T-heads are allowed to be on deck,
they have to observe from Vulture's Row to understand the symphony of moving parts that create order on the flight deck.
after they understand the risk, they hit the deck with a qualified shirt. Eventually they'll qualify and train their own T-heads.
That was a perfect stop. That's fine. Tractors, ABH3 Williams. No, I'm doing my interview for Phase of the flight deck in here right now. Once you're a qualified blue shirt and they feel like you're ready, you'll get moved up to where I am in Tractors. In Tractors, you start off again with a T, but this time it's orange. Once you're in Tractors in training, you have to drive with a qualified next to you because you're still learning how to move the aircraft. Once you're done with that and they feel like you're ready, you'll take off that T and you can start driving aircraft without a qualified next to you. Tractors is overall involved with all the equipment that moves and holds down the aircraft. I just love being an ABH because I love planes. I love jets ever since I was a little kid. The feeling of it, the roar from it, it's just, to me, it's the most American thing. The sound of it is the sound of freedom. So the fact that I can feel free, that's why I love that job.
Hey guys, Dougie Fearless here. I'm a United States Navy submarine veteran, and I really appreciate your support. If you enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing to my channel. As always, if you're a veteran, I want to thank you for your service and your sacrifice. I will see you guys again very soon. Dougie Fearless.